Ramnikman Anirban says that most of the political parties are opposed to this. In fact, we had the AIDUF chief Badruddin Ajmal saying that 90% of the people are against CAA except for the BJP. But this interesting bit, that in 2003, when the second major amendment happened in the Citizenship Act of 1955, Ramnikman, which introduced two important changes, major ones. The category of illegal migrants, because of which this amendment is happening now, and the concept of NRC. At that time in Parliament, the Congress and the left both supported the amendment in 2003, Ramnikman. And we know, of course, what has happened to the Sikhs in Afghanistan over the last few years specifically and over the last 2 decades generally. So obviously the opponents of the CAA are not reading it right.
Okay, so good evening to you, Abhishek. It's been a while since I was with you. So let me be very clear on this. I don't know, Badruddin Saab, which survey did he get conducted and where does he get this number 90%? I personally feel, he's looking within, as in within the Indie Alliance probably, or within their own, jo unka apna ek khitta hai, uske andar, they're probably trying to find a mandate for CAA. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you. The Modi government came in 2014 with a complete mandate. They came back for the second time with a full mandate, and they've been delivering on their poll promises one after the other. This has to be viewed or seen as Modi ki guarantee, the slogan the BJP is pushing through. Whether it is a temple, Ram temple, whether it was abrogation of 370, or now whether it is CAA or UCC. Now, again, moving forward, as far as the Sikhs in Afghanistan or Pakistan are concerned, there are none left in Afghanistan. As a matter of fact, even if you discuss Bangladesh, the entire, Dhaka University is built over land which belonged to Guru Nanak Sahib once. Gurdwara Pehli Padshahi exists on the place which the Dhaka University today is, number one. Number two, now Gurdwara Guru Nanak Darbar was demolished. Its beautiful windows, carved doors, its furniture was sold. It was auctioned. So there were plenty of gurdwaras which are demolished in Pakistan to convert it into either a shopping complex or into a resort, a holiday resort. As a matter of fact, if I may go on record and tell you this, Abhishek, that there was one Kali Mata Mandir in Karachi which was demolished and public toilets were built over it. I mean, that is the situation. That is the religious freedom for akhliyats. That is for minorities, Urdu word for minorities in Pakistan. The Union Home Minister Hardeep Puri had personally had to go to the airport to receive 3 suroops of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Sache Paatshah, which had come from Afghanistan. That was the last suroops of Guru Granth Sahib, the last traces of Sikhi from Afghanistan, a land which was once ruled by Hari Singh Nalwa and Maharaj Ranjit Singh. So if Sikhs from Pakistan and Afghanistan, there are none left in Afghanistan, by the way, there are none left in Bangladesh. If they are coming prosecuted for being a Sikh, a Hindu being prosecuted for being a Hindu, a Bodhi being prosecuted for being a Bodh, a Jain being prosecuted for being a Jain, if they come back to India and they get relief and they get citizenship of this country, why does the opposition have a problem? The opposition has a problem because this is being done by Modi. Their opposition is not to the people of Indian origin coming back to the country. Their objection is because it's being done by a government who had promised to do it.
I'll come to you.
Who had got the mandate of the people, who had got the mandate of the citizens of India. A second time, a resounding victory. And if I may, I'm going to be facing opposition for this from the other side. He's going to get a complete and clear mandate the third time, because he's delivering on his promises. A man who delivers on his promises will be winning again and again, and somebody who's not able to live up to their own words or their commitments. You talk about Ram Rajya, you talk about Raghupati Raghav, Raja Ram, Patita Pavan, Sita Ram, but you oppose and you don't go to the consideration ceremony. आप राम मंदिर के प्राण प्रतिष्ठा पे नहीं जाते. You oppose it. Why? You don't oppose it because you oppose Ram. You don't oppose it because you oppose the way it is being done. You oppose because you hate one man so much that you can't tolerate him delivering the promises he made to 140 crore people of this country. And the fact still remains, Abhishek, whether anybody likes it or not, the people of this country have given him a complete mandate 2 times. So that's a fact.
Yeah.
And if
Ramanikman, I would say fortunate to be. I was fortunate to be visiting the.
Seconds, Abhishek. आप कभी गए हैं उन कॉलोनीज में जहां पे पाकिस्तान से आए हुए हिंदू और सिख रह रहे हैं? आपने उनके हालात देखे हैं? आपने उनकी कहानी सुनी है? क्या आपको पता है कि ननकाना साहब के हेड ग्रंथी की बेटी को जबरन कन्वर्ट करके उसका निकाह करा दिया गया था? आज तक वो लड़की हमारी वापस नहीं की गई। क्या आप जानते हैं कि हिंदू लड़कियों के साथ, क्रिश्चियन लड़कियों के साथ, बौद्ध लड़की, जैन तो खैर बचे ही नहीं वहां पे, पाकिस्तान के अंदर किस तरीके की तशद्दुद होती है, बलात्कार होता है बच्चियों के साथ, छोटी बच्चियों के साथ, 12 साल 13 साल की बच्चियों के साथ। और आप कह रहे हैं कि अगर भारत में आ जाए तो उनको नागरिकता का अधिकार नहीं है। क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि वो संविधान के खिलाफ है। संविधान के रचयिता आप हैं।
Yeah.
The people sitting in the
parliament. Ramanikman, I am just introducing some facts and numbers to the sentiment that you are sharing with the viewers, and the numbers are like this. In Afghanistan, Syed Asad Abbas, I'll come to you, so listen to this carefully.
Yes, please.
There were around 700,000, 7 lakh Hindus and Sikhs in Afghanistan in 1970s, before the advent of Taliban, before the war essentially began there, before the radicalization in Pakistan, during the Zia-ul-Haq period and its fallout in Afghanistan. Around 220,000 till as late as 1992. 150 in 2021, 0 today. 0. Syed Asad Abbas. Do you really compare this kind of... I mean, if there could be a parallel word for, genocide is you kill, but in this case, maybe everyone is not killed, but they are intimidated to a level that they are removed from their soil, their land. And you compare that with, treat everyone equal. Which Muslim is treated like that in Afghanistan, like the Sikhs have been treated, Syed Asad Abbas?
Abhishek bhai, that's a very honest question and I will answer accordingly. Also, as a matter of fact, I will not contest the statistics and facts you've given out because I know, my friend, you're always on point. Also, a good word going out to my brother Ramnik Paji and Abhishek bhai and all the viewers of Republic today.
I can't hear.
Very ably, my friend Ramnik Paji has mentioned about what happened in Nankana, Pakistan, and you've brought out the point of Afghanistan, which I am aware, absolutely aware. And the same reason why Ramnik Paji, Allama Iqbal very beautifully said, "Sare jahan se acha Hindustan hamara, hum bulbule hain iske, ye gulsita hamara." We also need to understand, Bangladesh.
Then why oppose CAA? On the grounds of compassion, empathy, why oppose CAA?
At the root is Ghazwa-e-Hind. At the
Ramnik
root is
Paji,
the philosophy of Darul Islam.
Let's
At the root is Ghazwa-e-Hind.
Ramnik Paji,
no, don't take it to Ghazwa-e-Hind, just focus on
allow me
CAA.
2 minutes and then you can contest. Okay? Thank you.
See,
now coming straight to the point. What is happening today?
Islam
Abhishek bhai, Shantanu Thakur makes Ramnik Paji, hum dono baat karenge. Viewers will not understand, sir. Abhishek, can you please intervene, please? Ramnik Paji,
Ramanikman, I think Ramanikman, please hold on.
You're a gentleman.
Ramanikman, you got your time. Ramanikman, sorry, but you got your time. Let Syed Asad Abbas speak.
Thank you, Abhishek bhai. Now coming straight to the point. Trust me, Abhishek bhai, first time in the history of my debates on Republic TV, the Bharatiya Janata Party will fully agree with my following points. They may not agree on live, but they will agree here. Shantanu Thakur and Suvendu Adhikari have spoken out of line, out of post. If an important implementation of CAA to be happen was in the next 7 days across India, mind you, my dear friends, this would follow the protocol and hierarchy and come straight from the horse's mouth. The Union Ministry would make such statements not now, much before. So therefore, I guarantee you with liability that CAA or NRC will not happen right before the elections for the same reason. 4 years you could not implement the same. In the next couple of weeks, it is next to impossible. My second point, Abhishek,
no, that's not the question I am asking. That's not the question I am asking. The timing question I have already asked Sanju Verma. She has responded. But But
Yes.
okay, okay.
Yes, Abhishek
Atikur Rahman, the question is now, it's been about 5 years since the law became a statute on our books. It's part of the constitution, it's part of the parliamentary statute, right? So much water is flown down the Yamuna. You have better understanding of what has happened in Afghanistan, Atikur Rahman. Not a single day passes when I personally don't see, hear, watch reports of absolute inhuman targeting and persecution, particularly of young Hindu girls in Sindh, in Pakistan, in Balochistan. Atikur Rahman, can we have a little more compassionate view from the opponents of this law today when the government is contemplating bringing in the rules of the CAA over the next 1 week, as the minister says?
Well, Abhishek, this is the $1 million question you are asking. You have here very selectively used the words compassion, empathy and sympathy, but you have left out the word discriminatory. In the history of India, this is the first time the Indian government, the executive, has made a law which is discriminatory on grounds of religion. You can see, Mr. Ramnik, that the Sikhs are being discriminated, no doubt about in Pakistan, that the Hazaras are being discriminated in Afghanistan. So what makes them not entitled to come back to India when persecuted people, mind you, Abhishek, persecuted people
I'll come to you,
do not have a religion.
Abhishek.
They are persecuted in their countries. So on grounds of religion, a law is being made and implemented in India for the first time in the history of this country. Is this acceptable to you, Abhishek? To the people of India? To the India
First time in the history of the country?
which belongs to Mahatma Gandhi?